Please breathe in, close your eyes, flex your jaw, completely relax your abdominal shoulder.
The chest, sink deep into your standing leg. 2, ground to the ceiling, sit a little deeper for 1 more breath. Release. Wide. Exhale the right arm to the left. Right knee behind. Internally contract. Lean forwards. Bend into your standing leg. Inhale back up high. Wrap the legs. Square the hips to open. 1. So you've got your hands, elbows, knees, and 1 line. To go 2. Inhale for 3. Lift the chest, draw the elbows down. 2. Sit deep into your standing leg. Squeeze the arms, squeeze the legs. 1. Release. And return. From here, reset. Set hands to prayer. Inhale the arms wide. Exhale the left arm to right. Gently high. Lean forward so you've got better balance. Then bend into a standing leg. Core is engaged. Inhale that left leg high. Wrap the legs. Or maybe toes to the ground. Squeeze the thighs together. To go for 1. Square the hips. To go for 2. Hips you gaze. Inhale. 3. Lift the chest. Pull the elbows down. 2. Soft that tummy in. Squeeze the arms. Squeeze the legs. Hips smaller. 1. And release. Set long side. Inhale the arms wide. Exhale the right arm down. Inhale the right knee up.
Yes. Keep first.
Bend into your standing leg.
Knees come up. Palms step up hands.
If you can't, maybe have toes to the ground. Just make sure there's no daylight between the thighs. Tick over for 1. If you are in the full wrap, work that foot down the back of the ankle. Tick over for 2. Inhale for 3. Pull the elbows down. 2. Keep the chest lifted. Sit deep into your standing leg. Squeeze the arms, squeeze the legs. 1. And release. And return. So when you sip in your water, stay with your breath. Moving down into our 3 simple leg standing postures. First of which is standing in. So we're going back to our mountain. Feet together. Hands to prayer. Drop the gaze to the floor. Engage through your left leg and then inhale your right knee up. Interlace fingers and thumbs just below the kneecap. Elbows are tucked in and we're using that bicep strength to bring that knee up and in. And once that thigh is pressing on the chest, then you can walk your hands down and up under the front of your foot. Maybe just staying here, or maybe staying in the very first part of the posture. If you're kicking out, inhale to straighten, exhale, kick forwards for 3 breaths, lengthen forwards for 2, lead at the heel, flex the toes to the face, gaze on the floor for 1, and release, come out the way you went in, back together, soften the shoulders, Let go of any tension, engage through your right leg. Inhale your left knee high. Hearing your breath, move with the exhale. Bringing that thigh closer to the left side of your chest. Gaze is on the floor. Tick over for 1. Maybe stay here. Or if you're going further, walk the hands down. Tick over for 2. Inhale to straighten up, and then exhale. Kick forwards, core is engaged for 3 breaths. So lengthen forwards if your lifted leg is straight. For 2, keeping that leg at 90 degrees, lead at the heel for 1. And release. Come out slowly. And turn. Breath here. Second set, exactly the same again. Hands to prayer, gaze to the floor. Inhale your right knee high. Interlace the fingers, below the kneecap. Tuck the elbows in, use that bicep strength at the exhalation to bring that thigh into the right side of your chest. Tick over for 1, your standing leg is engaged, pull the hands down. Tick over for 2, use your fingers and thumbs again. Inhale, straightening up, exhale, kick forward. 3 breaths. Hug the elbows around the calf, lead with the heel for 2. Your gaze is on the floor. 1 more breath. And release. Last set. Last side. Gaze through your your right leg this time. Inhale your left knee high. Gaze is on the floor. Tick over for 1 breath. Come up to the front of your foot if you're kicking out. Tick over for 2. Inhale to straighten up. Exhale. Contract internally. Kick forwards for 3 breaths. Lengthen forwards if your lifted leg is straight. For 2. Hug the elbows around the calf. Lead at the heel. Flex the toes to the face for 1. And release. And return. Coming now to standing bow. Dhanurasana. Coming back to our mountain. Hands to prayer. Inhale the right elbow to the waist, so your palm is facing up. And then don't change the hand position, kick back your right foot and grab the inside of the foot. So that right shoulder is open, knees to touch. Inhale your left arm high. Lengthen on the inhale. As you exhale, start to tip forwards, kicking into your right hand. Tick over for 1. Keep your left arm lifted. Tick over for 2. Inhale for 3. Reaching forwards, kicking higher. For 2, your standing leg is engaged. Kick and reach. 1 more breath. And return. Second side. Inhale the left elbow to the waist. Kick back your left foot. Knees to touch. Hips square on. Inhale your right arm high. Exhale, start to come forward so that left knee is coming directly behind you. Eventually toes at the top, the centre of your head. Tick over for 2. Inhale for 3. Lift your right arm, reach forwards. 2. Kick hard into those left toes. Use your buttock strength. Kick and reach for 1. And return. Feet together. Breath here. Second set. Exactly the same again. Hands to prayer. Inhale the right elbow to the waist. With the foot or ankle. Knees are touching. Hips are square. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to tip forwards. Tick over for 1. So although your body's coming forward, you're keeping your chest and arm lifted. Tick over for 2. Inhale for 3. Kicking, reaching for 2. Keep your core engaged. Kick and reach. 1 more breath. And return. Last set, last side. Inhale the left elbow to the waist. Grab the inside of the foot or ankle. Square your hips, knees are touching. Inhale that right arm, lengthen. Exhale, start to tip forwards. Tick over for 1 breath. So your standing leg is engaged. Keep that right arm lifted, chest lifted. Tick over for 2. Inhale for 3. Reaching forwards, kicking higher. For 2, feel that stretch through the shoulder blades. Toe coming out of the top of the head for 1. And release. And return. Let's come down into T posture. Balancing stick. Coming back to the back of our mats. Standing at the back of our mats. 2 left hands to prayer. Remember to stay with your breath, especially in this posture, as it's very demanding for the cardiovascular system. Take a deep inhale. Steeple high. Look straight ahead. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Step onto your right foot. Spread those toes and then lift and point the left toes. So you've got a straight line from your back foot through to your fingertips. Maybe just staying here for today, keeping the front of the body open. Tick over for 1, maybe coming further. Tick over for 2, inhale for 3. Fingertips reaching forwards. For 2, your standing leg is engaged. Point the toes to the back of the rope. 1. And release, step back. Reach up, look up, and then look straight ahead. Inhale, lengthen, step onto your left foot. Lift and point the right toes this time. Stay with your breath. Tick over for 1, so your right leg is extended, toes are pointing. Tick over for 2, biceps on the ears for 3 breaths. Reach forwards, reach back for 2. Your standing leg is engaged. 1 more breath. And release, step back. Look up. And return. Couple of breaths here. Breathing in and out through the nose to calm your heart rate. Should be racing by now. Second set. Either exactly the same again. If you have a strong T shape and you wish to go further, coming into full splits. Hands to prayer. Take a deep inhale. Take your time. Fill your lungs. Look up. Look straight ahead. Inhale, lengthen, step onto your right foot. Lift and point the left toes. That left leg's engaged. Keeping that straight line in the front of the body. Tick over for 1. Set the T first. If you're coming into full splits. Hands to the floor. Tick over for 2. Pull the hands back to your Then maybe both hands for 3 breaths. Extend through your left leg, point the toes. 2, lengthen the torso if you're doing full splits. Relax your head. 1 more breath. And release. Push the ground away. Steeple high. Reach up. Look straight ahead. Inhale, lengthen. Step onto your left foot. Lift and point your right toes. That right leg's engaged. Hearing your breath. 70. Take over for 1, hands to the floor. Take over for 2. Inhale for 3. Extend through the right leg, point the toes. 2. Lengthening the spine. Relax your head. 1 more breath. And release. Push the ground away, steeple high, and return. That's a tough one. Coming into wide leg forward bend, so back onto 2 feet now. So step to one side of the mat. And then step your distance, really wide stance, and pulls almost in line with your wrist. Your arms out wide. Bottoms. Forward engaged, hands to prayer. Inhale the arms wide, relax your head back. Exhale, come forward, so lengthen the spine, keep the spine straight, lengthen forwards. Hands coming to the thighs, outside the calves, eventually coming to the ankles. Only going as far as straight legs will allow you. So if your knees up, just keep your hands onto your thighs. Take over for 1. And wave forwards very slightly. Take over for 2, relax the head. 3 breaths, use the exhale to lengthen the spine. 2, soften the ground to the floor, feel that length in the back of the neck. 1 more breath here, feeling that stretch in the hamstrings. And release. Come out slowly, arms wide, relax your head back, and return. Step your feet back for a moment. Keep your distance if you wish. Second set. If you want a deeper shoulder stretch, bring the hands behind you in equal clasp, otherwise exactly the same again. Turn the toes in, engage legs, inhale the arms wide. Exhale, come forwards, keep your spine straight, so you're lengthening forwards before you get lower. Hands coming eventually to the outside of the ankles. Keep the thumbs with the fingers, so you've got a paddle grip around those ankles. Use the bicep strength to lengthen the spine. Take over for 1, relax your head. Take over for 2, this is a very calming posture. 3 breaths. 2. Legs are engaged. Feel that stretch in the hamstrings. 1 more breath. And release. Come out slowly. Get relaxed. And return. Go to Trikonasana, triangle posture. Onto the step to the side, we once again, and then set another really wide stance. This time the toes are pointing straight ahead, we're not turning the toes in. We are engaging through the thighs and dropping the tailbone again. Hands to prayer. Inhale the arms high. Reach up. Exhale the arms to shoulder level. Extend through to the fingertips. Turn your right foot 90 degrees. Turn your left foot in slightly and then sink into the hips. So you're keeping your body upright, just bending into that right knee. Push down on that forearm, reach up with the left arm, tick over for 1. Maybe bring the elbow to the inside of the knee if your hips are low enough. Tick over for 2. Your knee should not be going past your toes. If they are, you need to widen your stance. For 3 breaths, push firmly through that left foot. That left leg is engaged, core is engaged. For 2, reach up, reach down. Whoops. 1, and release. Steeple high. Exhale the arms to shoulder level. Turn your left foot in. Turn your right foot in slightly. Keep the body upright. Bending into your left knee. Sink into those hips. Left forearm to the thigh. Push down that forearm. Reach up with the right arm. Tick over for 1 or make elbow to the inside of the knee. Tick over for 2. Inhale for 3. Push through your right foot. Use all 4 corners of that foot. For 2. Your right leg is engaged. Your core is engaged. Reach up, reach down for 1. And release. Steeple high. And return. Second set, arm comes up and over. Set your distance. Hands to prayer. Inhale the arms high. Exhale the arms to shoulder. Turn your right foot in. Turn your left foot in very slightly. Then sink into the hips. Bending into your right knee. Forearm to the thigh. Left arm comes up and over this time. Palm facing the ground. 1 breath. Maybe your right hand is resting on the ground next to your right foot. Tick over for 2. Push through that left foot for 3 breaths. Feeling that stretch along the left side of the body. For 2, turn the chin, look up to your left arm. Reaching for 1 more breath. And release. Steeple high. Last set, last side. Exhale the arms to shoulder level. Turn your left foot. Make a widen stance a little if you need. Then sink into the hips. Push down on that forearm. Right arm is coming up and over. Tick over for 1 breath. So push firmly through that right foot. That right leg is engaged. Tick over for 2. You're feeling that stretch along the right side of your body. For 3 breaths. Fingertips reaching over. For 2, feeling that internal contraction. Feel the stretch. Look up for 1. And release. And return. Going into a rolling triangle next. Set the distance. About a meter's width this time. Toes pointing straight ahead. Hands to prayer. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, look straight ahead. Keep your arms high. Pivot on your feet. So your back foot turns in, about 10 to the air on the clock face. Square the hips. Inhale, relax your head. Exhale, come forwards. Keep those legs straight and engaged. And your left hand is pushing down on that leading leg thigh. Shin eventually coming to rest on the ground on the outside of your right foot. And then you're twisting the torso, looking up at the right fingertips. Tick over for 1. Tick over for 2. Inhale for 3. Lengthening from the base to the crown of the head. For 2. Twist the torso. Look up. Reach up. 1. behind you, so either cup the elbows, or if you can, bring your hands into a prayer position. Walk the fingertips towards the top of the shoulders. Pivot on your feet. Turn your back foot in. Bring that left hip round. Inhale, relax the head back. Exhale, bend your right leg. Lengthen tummy, chest over that thigh. Relax the head. Take over for one breath. Make sure you're pushing firmly through both feet, particularly that back left heel. Let the head be loose and heavy. Take over for 2. Inhale for 3. Bend that right leg as much as you need to get the chest and thigh contact for 2. Feel that length through the back of the neck, crown softening to the floor. Face towards the knee or shin. 1. And release. Pivot on your feet. Let's do the opposite side. Back foot 10 past the hour. Bring that right hip round. Inhale, relax the head. Internally contract. Exhale, bend your left leg. Lengthen the tummy, chest over that thigh. And the head. Relax. Take over for one breath. Bring the heel and palms together if you're doing full prayer. Take over for 2. Push that back heel to the ground for 3 breaths. Glide the leading leg straighter. Your chest pressing down on the thigh for 2. Feel the length through the back of the neck. One more breath. And release. Push the ground away. And return. So we've got 2 more standing postures before we go onto the floors, first of which is fierce. So we're coming back to our Tadasana. Hands to prayer. Feet together. Inhale, lean forwards. Exhale, sink into the hips, bring the weight slightly back into the heels, and then inhale, steeple the arms high, look up, take over for 1. Start that tummy in, take over for 2, inhale for 3, sit deeper, reach higher for 2, squeeze the thighs together, squeeze the ankles together, sit deeper, reach higher for 1, and release. Let's come into our last standing tree posture. Hands to prayer. Drop the gaze to the floor. Inhale your right knee high. Bring that thigh up to the chest. And then grab hold of the foot or ankle. Bring that heel into the left thigh or left groin if you can. Soften the right knee and hip. Tuck the tailbone under, hands to half or full prayer, gauging through your standing leg, internally contract, feeling light in the upper body, 3 breaths, feel that length through the back of the neck, through to the crown of the head, 2, hearing your breath, for 1, return, hold the knees and come out. Last side. Right leg is engaged. Inhale your left knee up. Have a hold of that foot. Bring the heel into the right thigh. Let that left hip knee soften. Tuck the tailbone under. Hands to hold for prayer. Internally contract. Root it to the ground, light through the torso for 3 breaths. 2. 1. shoulders resting on the ground. Maybe rock from side to side to get that length in the back of the waist. Last breath. Cup the elbows. Tuck the chin. Soften the shoulders and hips down. So we're trying to get our spine as flat to the floor as possible, whilst hugging the thighs into the chest. 3 breaths. Hug the knees tight as you exhale. Strong tummy. 2. Feel that length in the back of your neck. Hips and shoulders down to the ground. 1 more breath. And release. That's a lovely posture to stimulate the digestive system. Let's come into our first sit-up now. Remember to roll onto your sides if you have any back concerns. Otherwise, feet out in front of you. Toes pointing. Inhale the arms high to a steeple. Hold the breath, and then fly the body forward. Exhale once you set up. So I often do that sit up, so a little twinge in my back. So I don't want to risk it. So feet together, flex the toes back to the face, keep the legs straight. You're lifting out of the waist, lengthening forwards, leading with the sternum and chest. Maybe rocking from side to side, lift the buttocks out of the way. Press the back of the knees towards the mat. Eventually hands coming to the outside of the feet. Use the inhale to lengthen or to make space. Use the exhale to go deeper. 3 breaths. 2. Flex the toes back towards the face. 1 more breath. And release. So now we have people's favourite Bastan bow posture. Bend your knees, so feet flat to the floor. So we're going to this V-sit. This is also known as working the abdominals. So remember to keep your back and shoulders straight and square. No rounding of the spine. You might wish to keep your hands behind the knees throughout the entire posture, especially if you have any back concerns. So let's extend the legs, extend through the arms for 5. Keep those arms active for 4. Point the toes for 3. Straighten the legs if you can for 2. For 1. And release. Hands to the ground. Lift straight into the second set. 4, 5. Keep that square back and shoulders. 4. Draw the chest towards the thighs. 3. 2. 1. And release. Lift the buttocks. Coming into the third and final set. 5, point the toes. 4, chest to the thighs. 3, keep those arms active. 2, 1, and release, and lift, and return. Grab some water, and then come to lie onto your tummies for our 3 floor back strengthening postures, starting with Cobra. Bhujangasana, Cobra posture. Lie onto your front. Feet together. Bend and tuck the elbows in. So drop your fingertips in line with the tops of the shoulders. Point the toes towards the back of the room. So legs and toes remain in contact with the mat throughout this posture. Chin is square. Internally contract. Take a deep breath. And lift up. lift the chest, bring the hands away from the mat, lift the gaze, look up, press through the legs, press through the toes for 3, 2, shoulders back and down, for 1, and release, bring the head to one side. Bring your toes together, let your heels fall out, arms release by the side, just soften into the mat for a moment. Relaxing and releasing into the lower back. After all the hard work you've done. So let's do a bit more. Square the chin, tuck the elbows in, press through the legs, internally contract, take a deep inhale. And lifting up, lift the chest, lift the hands, shoulders back and down, press through the legs and toes. 3, look up, 2, 1, and release, lower down, bring the head to the outside, bring your toes together, let your heels soften, arms loose by your sides. Let's see length posture now. Saladasana. Keep your feet hips width. Arms 45 degrees up from the body. Arms facing the floor. Chin square. Internally contract. Take a deep inhale. And lifting up, so lifting the legs and arms this time. Lift the gaze to the ceiling. Point the toes towards the back of the room. Draw the fingertips towards each other for 3, 2, lift the thighs for 1, and release, soften down. Empty the opposite side. Bring your toes together, let your heels fall out. And breathe. Second set. Feet are apart. Square the chin. Palms facing the floor. Take a deep inhale. And lifting up. Point the toes towards the back of the room. Draw the fingertips towards each other, lift the chest and gaze for 3, 2, lift the thighs, 1, and release. Turn your head the other way. Put your toes together again, let your heels soften out. Breathe. Into the floor work. Last back strengthening floor postures. Kick back your feet around the outside of the foot ankle area. Remember to keep your shoulders relaxed throughout this posture. All the effort is coming from the kick of the feet. Knees slightly apart. Take a deep inhale. And kicking up. So kick and point those toes up to the ceiling. Lift the gaze. Use your buttock strength. Look up for 3, kick higher for 2, 1, and release. Down. Head to the other side. The last step now, the last major effort of the class. Square the chin, kick back your feet, keep your shoulders relaxed, bring your knees closer together if you want to deep stretch. Take a deep inhale, and kicking up. Really kick high into your hands, let your shoulders be pulled back, lift up. Look up, hear your breath for here. Your toes together and the heels fall out. When you're ready, come to seated, sitting in between your heels. So you might just be sitting on your heels. You can't get your buttocks to the ground. That's absolutely fine. Just bring your hands behind you so your fingertips are pointing towards your toes. Start bending the elbows. Relax the head and just stay here for a deep breath. Can get your buttocks around. You want to go all the way back. One side at a time. Coming onto one elbow at a time. The shoulders, back of the head onto the ground. Walk the buttocks towards the top of your mat so you get your sacrum closer to the floor. Cup the elbows above the head. Staying here for 3. 2, 1. Then come up, one side at a time. Stay seated if you wish, or coming into our last sit-up. So if you're coming into the sit-up, lie flat onto your back, legs out in front of you, toes pointing. Feet together, take a deep inhale, steeple up, hold the breath and fire the body forwards, exhaling once you set up. Let's come into our last forward seated bend, Asana. So legs out straight in front of you. Lift the heels a few times, lift the buttocks, rock from side to side, heavily planted to the ground, back of the knees pushing to the mat, legs are straight. Pushing down on the thighs and shins. Lift out of the waist. Lead with the chest. Lengthening forwards. Try not to round down, but lift and lengthen through the front of the spine. 3 breaths. 2. Try to lift the lowest part of your tummy away from the top of the thighs. Get that length. Soften into the posture. 4, 1. And release. That's a beautiful stretch. So let's come into our lovely half-tortoise posture. Just relaxing. Sitting at the back of your mat on your heels. This is Sanskrit name, half tortoise. Sitting on the heels, hands to prayer. Inhale the arms high. Look straight ahead. Start to lower the arms to the mat, so the edge of your arms, forearms, elbows, and most importantly, forehead all resting on the ground. Take the elbow down. The ground support you. Focus on the breath here. And know that enjoying this lovely release and softening after all our hard work you've just done. So staying with the breath. Keeping the inhale and exhale regular, keep a regular rhythm. The exhale rate is slightly longer than the inhale. Keeping our attention focused on the sound, sensation, drawing us smoothly through, calming the mind, engage with the arms. Lift the arms, steep or high, look up, reach up, and return. So we have our final spinal twist for our Savasana. So sit on both buttocks. Cross the right leg onto the left. Bring that left leg over that bent knee, and then with the opposite arm, bring the opposite elbow behind the raised knee. Keeping your spine straight, lifting it out to the lowest part of your waist. Twist that torso, look over your shoulder for 3 breaths. Feel the tummy twisting. 2. Spine twisting. 1. And release. Switch the legs over. Opposite elbow to the raised knee. Try to keep both buttocks to the ground. Keep your shoulders level. Lift and twist for 3. 2. 1. And release. So now we have our lovely Savasana. Coming to lie onto your back. We've got a couple of minutes in Savasana. So feet are apart now, and if you wish to come into a stiff Savasana, start to point the toes, start to clench the legs, clench the buttocks. We're holding the breath here, clenching our fists. The whole body feels completely rigid, and then exhale and release. Letting go of any remaining tension in the body. Feet wider than the hips, toes falling out. Arms are loose by your sides. Palms facing the ceiling, fingertips gently curling. Relax the jaw. Just allow the body to sink into the ground support you. Body feels light. Total relaxation now for a couple of minutes. knees into the chest and roll to the sides. Coming up in your own time. Thanks for joining us today. Namaste and have a lovely rest of the day.